What's going on? What's going on, guys? Jay the Black here. Salute to everybody tuning in. Make sure y'all like this video, hype this video, and share it because I'm going to react to a video clip that got my attention from Kendra G. Kendra G talks about how men will never be the prize. That's basically the title of this clip, and she is going to explain to you why men are not the prize. Let me tell y'all why she is wrong. I think now in 2026, it's very clear to me that women do the absolute most to get the attention of men. What are men doing? I want y'all to really think about this. What are men doing in 2026 to get the attention of women? The same thing we've always been doing for decades, centuries, right? We get ourselves physically fit or we get rich, right? To be either as physically appealing or financially appealing. Women are getting BBLs, tummy tucks, tit jobs, wearing other people's hair, lightening their skin, getting their face done up, nose, cheeks, chins, right? Wearing different other eye contacts, right? Putting their body through a lot. You know why they do that? Because they want attention from men. And that's what Kendra G is missing here. Women go out of their way now to get the attention of not just financial men of financial resources, not just men who they are just physically attracted to. They want the attention of all men, right? That's why they'll get a bunch of compliments from a bunch of guys, but they'll see one comment from a guy who is not simping for her, and she will lose her mind. Women are going to the absolute extreme in order to get the attention of men. So yes, I do feel like more so men are the prize than women. But let's see what Kendra G has to say.
The requirement is for me to lay on my back and open my legs. A man will never be the prize because the requirement is my life. Okay. The requirement is my energy. The requirement is for me to make time for you. I run a whole company. Okay. So if I have to make time for you, if I have to schedule you in, if I have to alter my life, you will never be the prize.
And you see, that's where she messes up, because again, Kendra G don't have a man. Okay. We've speculated, okay. It's been rumored that she has a man, but we've never really seen her have a man, right? And the last guy she had was not ideal, right? From what I heard. Women are always talking about giving a man their bodies, right? To sleep with. But then she's trying to factor in the fact that apparently her being a businesswoman makes her the prize. I have never heard a successful man say, you know what I find attractive about a woman? Her being a boss. Like you have these beta males, these guys who will sleep with anybody, who will say this just so they can, get on the good side of these heifers. But for the most part, a lot of men who are successful do not care how successful a woman is. That's not something they look for. They're not saying, man, she got degrees. Do you know the college she went to? Right? Look at her career. Look what she does for a living. No man says that ever. But women have deluded themselves into thinking that because they are a businesswoman, they are the prize. Kendra, there's a reason why you're single, hosting a show for other singles, because you still don't get it. I ain't got nothing against you, Kendra G. I don't dislike you. Okay. At times you have come off very personable, with a good personality. Maybe someday we'll talk, who knows? But I just have to disagree with you here. Nothing about what you're saying makes you the prize. I just think that women listen to this feminist mumbo jumbo and they internalize it, not understanding that you're being led astray. There's a reason why she's single and women like her are single. They think the wrong things are attractive. A man wants a woman who's physically appealing, who's going to make his life easy, not difficult. These heifers are too busy making a man's life difficult and being lazy. Women of today are very lazy when it comes to relationships. That's why they're always single. This is why they're constantly complaining about men, because they always want to put it on the men to make the relationship work while they be lazy and lay on their back. They can't even satisfy a man in bed anymore. I mean, women have lost their way. They really have. Now, this is according to what they have said, their shortcomings when it comes to the bedroom.
And I know my worth so much. That is why it's not about, oh, why can't Kendra get a man? No, honey, why can't a man get Kendra? I ain't never trying to get no man, honey.
Well, Kendra, you're not getting any younger. And I think that you're bothered. I think you're bothered because you know it's a bad look for you to be, doing these dating shows and other things you're doing as far as relationships and dating. You're bragging about the couples you brought together when you don't have anybody. And the fact is that the women, the dysfunctional women that comes on your show might be more dateable than you. And I think that's starting to bother her. And that's why these women have to understand, once you get to a certain age, a lot of successful men ain't checking for you. And she's already in that area. And for her to have these expectations, that means that you're going to have a very short list of men that's going to really want to pay you any attention.
You got to get me, because I am 1000% whole, good, and thriving.
Oh.
And I am proof that this notion of without a man you will not be happy, that is the brainwashedness that they want women to feel.
The brainwashedness. Okay. Remember that, everybody, the brainwashedness is the reason why women think that they need a man. Why? Maybe a woman needs a man so he can be the in-house handyman. He can be the guy who protects her. You know what I'm saying? The guy who is there for her when she needs it, right? She ain't got to hop on no dating app. She ain't got to call one of her exes. She has a man there. See, women don't understand these things until they're single and they realize they need all these different things done that a man would do, but a man ain't there. They got to take out their own garbage, right? They got to find ways to get stuff fixed around the house. When their car has an issue, they got to go pay for a handyman. They got to pay for a mechanic, because if they had a man, he'd be able to handle those things. See, that's what women are missing, and they don't get that. They need a man who's going to speak some logic and common sense and some reasoning to these women, because they get heavily emotional. That's the value that men bring to a relationship. But women of today, you Gen X heifers, millennial heifers who are in desperate need of some straightening because they are completely wayward. Y'all don't understand the value a man brings to your life because you're too busy chasing the wrong type of men. You go chasing men who don't care about you, who don't love you, who want nothing from you except for to sleep with you. And you don't realize that until you're past your prime. And then it all comes back to you.
Because they want you to feel like, oh, you have everything but a man. Thank God. Like, sometimes you should say thank God to that prayer. See, a woman, when she really knows her worth, she knows what she brings to a relationship. So you can't manipulate her giving that greatness to you.
Do y'all know why women worship Sierra and Russell Wilson? Is because women have the capacity to do what Sierra did, but they don't want to. So they live vicariously through Sierra. They defend her. They defend her marriage to Russell Wilson. And again, they could do what Sierra did, but they don't want to. They want to go chasing dysfunctional men, and they're going to continue that path because they are broken. They're broken. Like Kendra may be broken.
Because you think you great. I think the hell not. You ain't got enough money in the bank for my life. Your penis is not big enough for the sacrifice for my life. There ain't an access you can give me that I cannot get on my own.
Well, let me say this again. It's about money, so it's that escortism. All right, that's that. What y'all know about that escortism, right? What y'all know about that escortism, man? The escortisms, all these chicks want is money. They have a hole in their soul. Nothing is ever enough, and they're all turning to escortism. They're turning. It's all about the money now. No love, no character, no leadership skills, just money, right? And then she's talking about a guy having a big enough D. Is she even getting any D? Right? We know these older chicks ain't trying to, talking. Listen, she having this whole conversation, knowing full well, never mind. Let's get back to the video.
That is worth the sacrifice of my life. And that's just a fact. I'm not trying to flex. I'm just telling you what I know. And I've known that my entire life. My life represents that like it's non-negotiable. You can see it now. But when I didn't have a pot to piss in, okay? When I had nothing but a dream and a hustle.
And you owe everything that you have to Kevin Samuels. Kevin Samuels and the platform that he built gave you life. It gave you what you have, because before then you were working at a radio station. Okay, you were a part of a radio. You were working radio, and believe in Chicago. You looked at what Kevin Samuels did, you copied it, and you implemented it, and you've been able to find success through what a man did first. That is, you didn't do this. You didn't come up with this by yourself. You saw what he did. You were even on his show. You copied him and you implemented what he did. You owe a lot of what you did to Kevin Samuels.
I had that same mentality. So you're never going to get the advice from me. It is better to have a man than not to have a man. I'm just not.
And I want to say this too. Speaking of Kevin Samuels, have y'all noticed so many women, like right before he passed and after he passed, have implemented his platform, and it still looks fraudulent. It looks fake. It looks, is she not telling these people the truth? She's making a fool out of them and not telling them the truth. How are these people going to grow and progress? How are you going to grow and progress if you're not speaking the truth and people see through it? Right?
You're not getting that advice from me. Let me tell you something. As long as the requirement is for me to lay on my back.
So that's my reaction to what Kendra G had to say. I just think that, again, Kendra, somebody who copied what a man did. She built her platform similar to his, and now she's claiming that, she's this successful middle-aged black woman, and she did on her own. Yeah, you had to copy a man to do it. Right. And that's the story of a lot of these women. They're never able to do anything on their own. Look at all these women all these American women flocking to like East Asia and South America, following the passport bros. They can never come up with anything on their own. They can't get a man in America, so they're going to go chasing men from America in other countries. But be that as it may, let me know in the comment section. Let me your thoughts. Like this video and share it. Follow me on all my social media platforms. You should be seeing some other videos on the channel on the screen when this is up. All right.